Now, here's just a few tips for the types of videos that you can add to YouTube. And the first thing is, one of the things you could do is you can videotape an interview about your book. So what you could do is the same way that perhaps maybe CNN or maybe the New York Times would interview you about your book, you could have a friend or a relative interview you about your book and why you made the book, how'd you come up with the idea. Same way that maybe you might see an interview with the author J.K. Rowling and what she might say about how she came up with the idea for Harry Potter and what the book is about and things such as that. Also, another thing that you could do, you could read the first chapter of your book as a book teaser. You don't have to read it all, of course. You could just do a quick summary, but just give an idea of what's in the book and kind of whet the people's appetites. And another thing you could do is, if your voice is not exactly presentable, say perhaps maybe it's scratchy or you just don't like your voice the way it sounds on audio, you can always write out your script and you could hire someone from Fiverr to prepare the voiceover for you, which we'll go over that in just a sec. Now, another thing you could do is you can go ahead and basically just whip out your video camera, and you could even stage a scene from your book. You could perhaps take a little time, and if it's basic enough, and just, again, you're trying to draw interest and get people to say, hey, this seems really cool, I'd love to pick this up. You could also use Animoto. And Animoto is a fun way to create a quick 30-second video about your book, and you want to make something that is well done. You don't want it to look cheesy or anything like that. You want it to be slick and presented well. And another thing you do is you can create a compilation of what other people are saying about your book, perhaps written reviews that you've already had, perhaps from Amazon rather, and you could add some of those reviews, and you can say, hey, Judy from Oklahoma, she says that she loves it, and she says it's really a lot of excitement, and that they love the way that the author tells the story and unravels step by step. Obviously just going ahead and maybe getting screenshots of your reviews, or just going ahead and retyping them. And here's some really great ways to get videos done for your book, and these are really excellent sources for outsourcing where you don't have to do this yourself. One great source to use for creating videos for your books is Animoto, and you can use this service for free. Actually, if you take a look at the pricing, it's no charge, and you can get up to 30 seconds of web quality videos, and they even have a music library with 300 different tracks. I personally like this quite a bit. I've used Animoto for many years now, and it's quick and it's very easy to do. This doesn't take like a technical genius or anything like that. It's very, very user friendly. So definitely check out Animoto. Now, another source for creating book trailers are on Fiverr. And on Fiverr, you can go ahead and get something created for only $5. This person here actually can do many different Hollywood-style book trailers, and one of the things about it is that when this person makes them, it looks like something that he would probably even see as, say, a preview for a movie. And I'm going to show you just some of the features of what they can do with what they offer for just $5. It's pretty amazing. So as you can see, for $5, you can really make some very intriguing videos about your book, and at least it's enough where somebody's going to want to click on the link to see more about it. Now, just a few things that you want to remember when you're promoting your Kindle books on YouTube is, number one, your video should be under a minute long. You don't want to bore the people, and the optimal length for a video trailer is pretty much from 30 seconds to 1 minute. That's about perfect. Now, also, be sure to include the name of your book, that's pretty obvious, in the video title, as well as your main keywords if they're not already included in your video title, because that's how people are going to find you, as well as how YouTube is going to serve up your video. when it comes to video branding, you want to display your book cover as clearly as possible in your video trailer, and also consider including additional video branding elements in your videos as well. Now, you want to provide a clean and direct link to your Kindle book sales page on Amazon. Don't make the mistake of linking your video to, say, a website. So if someone is clicking on your link, you might also make a sale. So that's why you want to go through the trouble of making sure that your link appears above the fold in the video description. Don't put it too far down. You want it to be right at the top. And remember that very few people actually know about clicking on the show more link. So if they don't see your link above the fold in the video description, you may be missing out on a lot of sales. Another thing, remember to tag your video properly. So whatever your book is about, make sure that you add the proper tags. If it's about, say, romance or action, adventure, or say even something about monsters or what have you, make sure that you put that in the tags the right way, so that way YouTube, as well as the people searching, can find your book easily too. And last but not least, make sure your video is not boring. You want to make sure that you have some imagery going on in your video, just like the one I just showed you. Another big thing you could do is include social proof if you have any. And social proof can be in the form of, say, editorial reviews or testimonial excerpts. And you can also include some social links at the bottom of your book description. For example, telling people how to get to your Twitter account, as well as your Facebook and also your websites.